Hello guys, this is UniversalGiant and welcome back for more of Let's Play Pokémon SoulSilver. Last time we got the Marsh Badge for defeating Sabrina in the Saffron City gym, and today we're going to be heading west from Saffron City to go over to Celadon. Now the reason I'm coming out here at nighttime is because on Route 7, there's a very interesting Pokémon that we could find around here at nighttime. Actually, two very interesting Pokémon that we can find here. In addition to the Mental Herb over here. I actually forget what the Mental Herb does, but we will find out in a matter of seconds when we look at its description and see that it snaps the user out of infatuation, which doesn't make too much sense because we have a Red Flute that does the same thing an infinite number of times. So it's not all that useful in-game here. But there is one particular Pokemon I'm looking for out here at nighttime that you can only find 5% of the time. And it is not Vulpix, although Vulpix is adorable. There is also another Pokemon you can run into here fairly often that we haven't had access to before. Here's the 5% find here! Look familiar? This is the only place in the game outside of the Safari Zone that you can catch yourself a Houndour. And yes, this is where I caught its parent, when I bred it and traded it over. But you saw that it was only leveled 15, so if we caught it here, we would have had to spend a good 30 to 35 levels of level grinding to get him up to speed with the rest of our team. That would have been fun. That's why I traded him over at the start. And here's the second one, who you could find, I want to say 30% of the time, but this thing has been stupid annoying for me to find. This is like my 10th battle here. Murkrow, Dark Flying type! Who gained an interesting evolution in the 4th generation, but this is the only route that I think we can find either of them. Which makes Route 7 really an interesting route, because you could just walk right past the grass here without a second thought and not realize just what it is you're missing over there. But this is where the underground path to the east of Saffron would have let us out if we were able to go there, which we're not! So it's closed. I mean, it's not too long of a walk through Saffron City, but I'm kinda tired, so I think I'll rest up a bit and meet you guys in the morning. And now let's explore Celadon City proper. Poliwrath! Haven't seen one of you since we fought Chuck, have we? Frog Pokemon? Is that a reference to the other evolution you could have gotten from Poliwhirl? Oh well, too bad. But over here, you might recognize this, the Celadon Game Corner! You won't recognize the inside, though, because it's exactly the same as the one in Goldenrod, because why would they give you a slot game in a Pokemon game? That's not nice, but I already spent a whole episode on showing off this game, so I'm not going to bother showing it off again. Because you don't need to see me play that for another hour. Okay, the episode wasn't that long, but it kind of felt like it. And in here is the exchange corner, where we can trade in our coins even if we earn them in Goldenrod instead of Celadon here. So why don't we check out what kinds of things that we could find here. Besides the hidden power dude, that would tell us the hidden power type of any of our Pokemon from the hidden power TM we got, I believe, around the Lake of Rage. But as I said, I've already looked into the hidden power types of all of my guys. For instance, I know Crunch has HP Water. So we don't need him. But we can check out and see what kinds of prizes we can get for the coins that we might have left over. Here we can buy Endure, Double Team, another Psychic, so if you already used your Psychic TM that we got from Saffron and on somebody that you don't want to know it, then you could buy it here. It just takes a while to get back. Hidden Power, Gyro Ball, which I forgot was before. And Giga Impact, which is a physical form of Hyper Beam. And I guess we could check out the held items too, because I never pay too much attention to those. We already have a Silk Scarf. Wide Lens, I want to say, improves your crit ratio, or is that Zoom Lens? One of the two does that. The other one might raise your accuracy, and I don't even remember what Metronome is. It's not all that useful. I think we also had access to those in the other prize exchange corner. But here we can buy for 3,333 coins Mr. Mime, Eevee for the Devil, and Porygon for 9,999 coins, just like the original games. How nice that they left that in. It's just really annoying that you have to still get that many coins for Porygon, but whatever. Very nice for you to tell us this now, although I guess it would have been helpful if you first got to this point in the first generation. Yes, I was. Now, you can actually fish around here, and this is a nice place for you to find Grimer and Muck. I think those are the only two Pokemon that you can find here via fishing. But no use wasting our time on that. You've already seen enough of them with Team Rocket. Another contestant from the Sinnoh region. Who might that be? Oh, hey, it's Maylene, the fighting-type gym leader from Sinnoh. Interesting that they have these kinds of... I wouldn't call them Crunch-overs! Thank you, now I'm thinking of eating. Great. Reminding me that I'm hungry. I don't know why these guys enjoy the name of my Feraligatr so much that they feel like repeating it while they're eating. Never talk with your mouth open. Did I really just say that? What is wrong with my brain today? Damn it, brain! Oh. I wanted to make a Persona 4 reference, but I didn't think anybody would get it. And down here, I believe we can find a hidden item that I don't need my dowsing machine for. A PP up. Can't have too many of those. And I want to say up here is a cut tree that we have to cut down, and I don't feel like walking the whole way there, so let's just take the bike to the other side and immediately get off the bike, and hey, it's Cameron again! I'm running into you all over the place, guy. Did you already take a picture with you with Krako Evolved? I think we did. And Duster is still blocking him out with his tail. Again, that is so gosh darn adorable! Why are you so adorable, Duster? And there's still plenty of stuff for us to... I don't know why it didn't occur to me to actually surf across that pond to talk to the old dude. Why didn't I do that? Old people like company, and there's a guy who's standing on the opposite side of a man-made lake. You figure he doesn't get very much company, you might as well talk to him. Maybe you should stop dumping all of your grunge into the lake so you don't have poison types infesting it. Oh well. It is what it is. You probably should consider moving away from there. A city of rainbows colors. I wonder if that's a hint to the badge that we earn here. Probably not. Yes, you do, which is why I'm so enticed to go into the Celadon department store. But this is going to be very much like the one in Goldenrod. They might have a couple of different things for us here that aren't available there, and I'll probably go through them all just to see if they have anything interesting, but... there's no point in me showing off stuff that you've already seen, so I'll only show off stuff that we haven't seen before. And I'll meet you there. That is, unless these guys have anything interesting to say. Probably not. Okay, so that explains why they're the same kind. I don't know why I said I would cut away. There are so many people for us to talk to. How can you get lost? The directory is right on the wall. Hey, it's another guy from the Sinnoh region! It's Crasher Wake! No, I didn't ask about a mask. Okay. Thank you! What? I didn't ask for a Chimchar mask either. Let me guess, you're gonna give me a Prinplup mask next, aren't you? Piplup! Why did I say Prinplup? Yay, brain! The episode where my brain goes to mush. We'll see him around eventually, just not for a while. Just recently? Look how old you are, guy. I mean, only 10-year-olds are allowed to save the world. Anything interesting? Nope. And the other guy's probably got some balls for us to sell us, so I'm not going to bother talking to him. Again with you? How the hell did you get here so fast? I can't resist. I'm sorry. It's just too tempting. Fuzzy Pickles! No, I have never played Earthbound before in my life. I know that disappointed a lot of people when I mentioned it in Mother 3, but nope, I've never played Earthbound before. Here we can find more TMs! I forget what they are because I'm too lazy to actually read the description and make the connection with moves that I actually remember, so I could probably identify them. But I think most of these are TMs that we have already. Except a couple of them aren't. These are actually interesting. Stealth Rock! But besides that, I don't think there are any that are actually noteworthy enough for me to consider buying them at this point. Stealth Rock is super duper helpful in competitive battling, but outside of that, and maybe one or two particular battles, it's not all that interesting. They're entry hazards like spikes, and they do type-based damage, so if you send in somebody that's 4 times weak to the rock type, it'll do 4 times as much damage. Why do you care? Has mail ever been useful in a Pokemon game before? I think there might be, like, one case where you have to deliver it, like in this game where we had to deliver the dude's Spearow with the mail attached to it, or there may be one side quest or an extension of something obligatory for you to do in another game, but mail has never been useful. Ever. Why does it still exist? What was its purpose for? Why did they even make it in the first place? Was it supposed to be a fun way for you to send messages between your friends when you traded over your Pokemon? It doesn't make much sense to me. I never got it. Don't need any of those, and I'm assuming the guy next to me sells vitamins. So let's see who's up on the top floor here. I want to say this is where we can meet one of the gym leaders when we're going around to get phone numbers, but I forget who or when he's here. I think it's Faulkner, actually. But again, we'll get to that when we get to that. We're still a long ways off from rematching the gym leaders, because we haven't faced all of them yet. And unlike the Goldenrod City department store, we don't have a basement floor to go to and explore the warehouse. This is it. So let's head on out. And we have one more building to explore if memory serves. And that building would be the one just next to the department store, and it's all bright outside because it's 8 o'clock now! Oh, I love how the colors actually change from hour to hour as opposed to it being a sudden immediate change in Gold and Silver. Like, you would get to 5:59, it would be all nice and sunny because it's daytime, and then 6 o'clock, boom, it's nighttime. No transition whatsoever. You're the manager of the condos here. 2 elevators. One goes to one place, the other goes to another place. This one, I want to say, goes to the Game Freak floor. Yep. Why did I... We're already there. Yes, thank you. Can I not go to the first... You don't give me the option again unless I actually walk back into the elevator? Great! So let's go to the Game Freak floor first. Because every Pokemon game has one. It's like the developers' rooms in some of the old JRPGs. No, you are not restarting, laptops. Stop doing this. Lyra, what are you doing here? This is for Game Freak employees only. The sound designer showed you something cool. Oh man, that's the thing that I was raving about before! I want it! Aw, we don't have them all yet. But yes! Okay, filling up your Pokedex. Yeah, sure, we could do that. Once I get all of the Kanto badges, I will immediately run back to Celadon to talk to this guy, and I will, except for maybe 1 or 2 specific instances, have this item on for the rest of the game. So I'm very much looking forward to that day. You're the president? Now, I love the insight they put here. Remaking the game is quite a challenge because you want... The old fans want to remember the good memories, but they don't want to just rehaul the entire game, and they don't want to be the exact same game. It's really tough to make a remake, and I know I talked about this much earlier in the LP, but... I like how they have rooms like these! Not enough games do this. Or at least not enough of the games I play. I'm sure there are other games that do. I'm also not sure why they disable one elevator from going to other floors and whatnot. But we could check out the roof as well. And unlike the first generation, I don't think we can find a Pokemon up here that would just be given to us as a gift. Or at least, if I'm remembering it correctly, it might not be. Hi, buddy! Yeah, I guess Smoke loves heights too. Are there anything out here? There is nothing out here. I are good at grammar! I forgot how annoying it was to actually get around this building, because in addition to it having 2 different elevators, I want to say you can also get around the back and get to the other segment of the roof that we weren't able to here. I don't know who built this place to be that way. I mean, I know there are places that have elevators specifically for 2 different reasons, or if you're in really, really tall hotels, that you'll have elevators that skip a whole section of floors. Like, some will go between 1 and 20, others will go between 21 and 40, and so on, so they're not so difficult to get to those floors. Who are you? Not scary while it's still light outside? Okay, I'll come back when it's dark. And it's conveniently dark outside. Once upon a time, there was a boy who was given a new bicycle. He wanted to try it right away. He was having so much fun that he didn't notice that it was already dark. While riding home in the pitch-black night, the bike suddenly slowed. The pedals became heavy. The bike began slipping backward as if it was being dragged by someone. It was as if the bike was cursed and trying to drag him into oblivion. Eek! The boy had been riding uphill on the cycling road. But we get a spell tag for listening to his incredibly stupid tale, which would have been helpful for Duster because it would have powered up Ghost-type moves like his Shadow Claw against the Psychic Gym. But oh well. That was pointless. Let's go outside. And that story took so long that it's now morning again. How convenient. I forget what I was talking about before. I just had too much fun telling that stupidly not scary story. Slightly terrifying, but not very scary story. Maybe that reference was a little bit too vague, I don't know. And I think there might be one thing located behind the building that we could potentially get to. Although I'm not 100% sure on it. That certainly doesn't look like a place where we could pick up a hidden item. Not at all. Nope. Is there... There's really not a hidden item back here? This is like the prime place for a hidden item. Why wouldn't you put a hidden item here? That's a little bit silly. Maybe you'd put one all the way over here by the flowers? Yep, there's one. TM67 Recycle. Super duper situational. I might as well show it off because I show off all the TMs. And I remembered that this one was numbered 67 this time. I don't know why, but I did. If you used a one-time use item in battle, Recycle will allow you to pick it back up again so you could use it. It's interesting, but super duper situational. And I want to make sure that there aren't any other hidden items we're missing. I guess we can't go that way. I also want to say we could go in the back of the building here, or at least we were able to in the original games. I guess we can't, that's why they had the second elevator. That sort of makes sense. So that'll about do it for everything for us to do in Celadon City. Hope you don't mind the rumbling in the background, it'll go away in a couple of seconds. Next time, we'll head to the gym and take on Erica of the Celadon City Gym. See you then.